Joining me now, North Dakota Senator, Armed Services Committee member Kevin Cramer. Senator, what are those issues that the Democrats are trying to reopen?
Well, it's my understanding, Dagan, and thanks for having me this morning, but my understanding is that there's some top-line numbers that they're raising. You might have heard about the $15 billion extra for water infrastructure. They've been settled on $55 billion for weeks, and suddenly they're talking about $70 billion. These are matters that have been settled and should be settled, and we're down to a few simple things, although one major hurdle being transit. I'm sure you've heard a lot about that. They're proposing something like nearly $50 billion for transit when we've already spent $69 billion over the last year on transit. That is to say buses, subways, passenger rail, those kinds of things. When the average or the annual average has been about $13 billion that we've spent in previous highway bills. So understanding there's some give and take, but you're talking about some very large numbers that we want to get exactly right before we bring it to the floor.
The 2015 budget deal included, as the Wall Street Journal editorial page wrote about, included a trade on energy policy between Republicans in Congress and President Obama then, and it ended the ban. It ended the ban on oil exports.
Right.
And so I want to know what's in this for Republicans. Does it, for example, open up, pave the way for the reopening of the Keystone XL pipeline, for example? What are Republicans really getting out of this?
So, Dagan, first of all, no, it doesn't include things like reopening the discussion on the Keystone XL pipeline or that kind of fossil fuel infrastructure. There's a lot in there for, obviously, for roads and bridges. There's an additional $110 billion on top of the $304 billion. All of that kind of infrastructure is very important to the productivity of the country. It has, inflationary pushback, which I think is really important to all of us. But in terms of that type of infrastructure you're talking about, there's nothing like that. But there is a lot in there for electric transmission infrastructure. There is some NEPA reform. I know there's a lot of discussion around that. In the Environment and Public Works Committee that I sit on, we passed in our surface transportation bill earlier this year, unanimously, I might add, some NEPA reforms that are maintained in this bill. Would I love to see some more export opportunities, liquid natural gas export terminals, for example, and pipelines? Sure. But I also know we didn't win enough elections to be able to dictate all of the terms. On balance, what this looks to me like is looks like a pretty fair deal, but again, until we see the details, you're just not going to get Republicans to vote to pass something. We've got to see the bill text.
So when are you going to see that? The actual text?
Last Friday, but it didn't come, right? So we started seeing some, and we're seeing a little more here and there. Some of the things, again, that we are seeing are encouraging, but this is the issue that Senator Schumer and particularly Senator Schumer was talking about, I think, on the floor yesterday when he said, be prepared to stay here over the weekend. It's been 5 weeks of negotiating. Now, before we think that 5 weeks, is a long time, remember that the Senate is a very deliberative body. It's a transactional body. It's a 50-50 shared power structure here. So it takes a long time to do big things, and our founders wanted it that way. I mean, we're talking about spending $1 trillion for crying out loud. This should take a while.
How are the Republicans not getting railroaded on this? And the Wall Street Journal has also written about this in its editorial pages. The Democrats are not agreeing to stop any of the other tax and spending proposals, as the Journal writes. They're just going to cram whatever they don't get in this infrastructure bill into the $3.5 trillion and growing reconciliation bill. The Republicans are, in essence, paving the way for the reconciliation bill, because if they had to do it all in one, they would have maybe a lot more trouble pushing it through. And then the Democrats are going to throw this in your face. Anytime any Republican talks about inflation, they're going to say, you voted for a $1 trillion spending package. You can't complain about inflation.
Well, quite honestly, as I said earlier, infrastructure is counterinflationary. It actually builds up the supply side of the economy. So in many respects, you're right, we'd be helping Democrats, I suppose, because we're halting some of their inflationary actions. But that's what we're here for. We're not here to just say no to everything. We're here to try to make things better. With regard to the $3.5 trillion package Democrats want to push through in their own personal reckless spending partisan bill, there's nothing we can do do about that? We're not for that. There's not a single Republican that I know that supports that. We can't have any impact on that. They plan to go it alone. But what we can have an impact on is a bipartisan infrastructure bill that, if we do it right, it won't have everything that Republicans want, and it'll have a few things Democrats want, but at the end of the day, we'll have a package that has as its primary purpose the productivity of the United States economy, and it'll pay people to work as opposed to not work. Again, not everything we want, but a good deal of what we want, and I think is good for our country.
Senator Kevin Cramer, great to see you. Thank you so
Always
much.
good to see you.
Thank you for being here this morning. Keep us updated. We want to see that bill. I got lots of time on my hands. I'll read it.
Hey, listen, and I'm encouraged by your transitory nature of weight gain. I'm very encouraged by that.
Every word was true. It's like every word was true. Senator, fantastic seeing you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see you. Thank you.